Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. So it is Monday morning and my kitchen is I have a ginormous TV laying on my counter. I have some empty Papa John boxes laying on my counter. The drinks over there, the creamer's still out. I'm getting dishes out of the dishwasher. So I'm actually starting to kind of clean up the kitchen right now. It is a mess. We had a fun day yesterday. We had a visitor who was very much like a son to us. He hung out at our house all the time. He was actually in Caroline and Jamie's wedding. You probably saw a glimpse of him on the weekend wrap-up video, yesterday's video, but you'll see a little bit more of him on tomorrow's video. But we just hung out and we had a great time with him. He did not get to stay for pizza because he is in from Texas, and his name is Victor. Victor had to go back, and he's staying with his aunt who lives about an hour and a half away from us. So he had to get back and eat supper with her. And I think he flies back out to Texas in maybe 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure. So, oh my goodness. But y'all, he was stationed in Afghanistan. And one Mother's Day, he actually sent me flowers. And he was across he was out there fighting for our country. And thought to send me flowers on Mother's Day. So he is very, very, very precious to us. And he's out of the military now. And once you see him, you can tell that from his hair. But we just had a great night. So we had planned, we didn't know if he was going to be able to stay for supper. So we had already planned. Bryant had a board meeting and he was going to pick up pizzas and bring back. So Caroline, Jamie, the boys, Isaac and Jessica, we were all here for pizza. And it was just a great day. It was a great day. We had a lot of members join the church yesterday. It was just a great day yesterday. We had a meal after church, which of course is what you'll see part of today and tomorrow. You'll see 2 of the items I made. Now you have seen them before on this channel, but we have a lot of new folks, and it's just what I was cooking, and I film almost every day. So sometimes you get multiples. And so these are 2 items I have made before on the channel. But like I said, we got new folks who need to see them. And it doesn't hurt to see them again. And if it's one of our favorites, then, it's what we do. I cook again. Judah gets out of school. He graduated from, he had his little graduation program last Thursday, but tomorrow, Tuesday, is actually his last day of school. So I am going to clean up the kitchen. I'm going to start a tub of laundry. And y'all, I've never been a primper ever. Like, I'll put makeup on, even on my good days where I look pretty and everything. I get ready once and then that's it. I don't even comb my hair again or anything. But here lately, I've never had, I don't think I've ever, like, I've done the acrylic nails years ago. But when it came time to have a fill-in, I just popped them off. I never had them filled in or anything. So now these are my real nails, but they do that S&S dip thing. So it's kind of cheating, but there's no tips or anything on my nails, and they've gotten so long, and I need to have them done. But I guess I've reached that age where I do feel like I need to primp just a little bit. And so I think I'm going to go get my nails done this morning. I have a late doctor's appointment. And but I want to go by a shoe store. That's what I'm in need of most right now is shoes. Especially I have no dress shoes at all. Like none. And I need a pair of little white tennis shoes because the pair I have are the cloth, and you can wash them, but they just don't come. If you get a stain, it's just there. So I wanted some little white leather tennis shoes to wear with dresses, to wear with skirts, to wear with shorts, to wear, they kind of go with everything. So I thought you and I could go do that after I get my nails done. But first, I want to get the kitchen clean, and I want to start a tub of laundry. So let me get that done. Let me quit talking and get that done. The kitchen is fairly cleaned up with the exception of I got to put the crock pot insert up and the big old TV sitting on my island. And Bryant will have to deal with that. This is the broken one. This is the one that quit working. So I think they're going to use it as a prop at Sunday school. I mean, not Sunday school. Vacation Bible School. Vacation Bible School theme is what a mess, that you can be a mess, but God has a purpose for you. So I think they're going to use it somehow at Vacation Bible School. So that's fine. That's a whole lot better than it just getting tossed out and not used again. So at least they can use it and then toss it or whatever. So I'm going to start a tub of laundry. While I'm doing that and getting ready to run to town, how about let's backen up to where I fixed one of the casseroles and the speckled butter beans for church. So I'm going to back up a day, or actually 2 days, and show you that, and then we'll come back, and I may take you to the shoe store with me. We have a really cool shoe store here in Asheboro. It has moved locations. It had been in the same location for as long as I can remember, as long as probably I've been alive. But it has recently moved, and I've been in there a few times since it moved, but I need to go in there again today. So let me back up, show you that casserole and the speckled butter beans, and then we'll come back.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Today I am making a dish I've done on here probably several times, but I'm also going to add a side dish with it. We are taking this to our church function. I know you're not watching this till Monday, but this is prior video, and I am going to cook it for our meal at church. We're having a potluck Sunday. We have new members joining, and we usually do a meal afterwards. So this is my Pierre chicken casserole. We're making that, and I'm going to do a side dish of speckled butter beans, I think. And I'm actually going to do several things, but they'll be on different videos. I just decided to put these two together since I've done the Pierre chicken several times. But that's what I'm cooking. So I'm bringing you guys along for it. So we're going to get started, and just come with me while I make stuff for the church potluck. In my soup pot or stock pot or whatever, I have 4 chicken breasts, and I've sprinkled some bouillon granules on it. It actually has some poultry seasoning in with it, so I'm not going to season it with anything else. I'm just going to cover it with water and bring it to a boil and let it boil as long as I can, and then we'll be back and ready to get started on the next step. So while my chicken is cooking, let's go ahead, disregard the stack of paper plates. Judah wanted a sausage casserole this morning, so I made him one, and here were the plates that I had out. We are going to cook these frozen speckled butter beans. Now, normally with this, if I had some side meat or whatnot, I would put in with it, but I don't. So what I'm going to use is a little half slice of bacon. So in the speckled butter beans, I salted it, and there's a half a piece of bacon, and you know how one side of the bacon is fattier than the other, and the other side's pretty lean. I put the fatty side in here. And I'm going to do just a pinch of the chicken bouillon, just an absolute pinch. And so yeah, I'm going to cut my chicken off and just let it sit in this hot boiling water that it's been boiling in, and we'll let the beans boil for a while. And I will add some corn to this before we, but probably in the morning. All right, let's get this cream mixture mixed up for this Pierre chicken. I've got to clean up my kitchen. And so let's get this cooking done. All right, so I'm going in my mixing bowl here with a cup of sour cream. Now, if you don't like sour cream, I don't know what to tell you other than maybe you could use some plain yogurt. I've never made this any other way. I happen to love sour cream, so if you don't, I guess I would just say try some plain yogurt or Greek yogurt. No flavor or sweetening, just plain yogurt. That may work fine for you. And then to that, we're going to open a can of cream of chicken. I'm going to end up wearing the sour cream. So a can of cream of chicken going in here. Now the recipe calls for dried beef. And it calls for a small jar, but I find it very hard to find the little small jar anymore. And so I had to get the larger jar, but I'm just going to cut up half of it, and Brian or I can snack on the other half or whatever. So I'm going to set this aside for right now, and then I'm going to take about half of this jar of dried beef, and we are going to cut it up into bite-sized pieces, and we're going to mix it in with that. I'm also going to add a little bit of seasoning salt, but let me get this cut up. I'll bring you back and show you the sizes and me adding the seasoning salt. There's really no rhyme or reason to the way I cut it. I just cut it into little bite-sized, just little bitty pieces. I cut it in half and then kind of just chopped it from there. But yeah, so we're going to add those. Well, first, let's go in with a little bit of seasoning salt. I like Lowry's. That's plenty. That's probably more than plenty. And we're going to add, let me give that a mix real quick. All right, and I'm going to add our chipped beef in here. And I probably used a little more than half of that jar, but half, you know, one of the small 2-point-something jars is what you need. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, and we'll get ready to cut up our chicken breast. So my chicken has cooled where I can handle it, and so I'm just going to, I like to actually chop mine as much as I can. I mean, it's going to fall apart, but I do like to chop mine or tear it, sort of, because I like big chunks. If this was a Mexican dish of some sort, I would use my hand mixer, but I do like chunks of chicken. So I'm just going to cut this up into nice little strips or chunks, and I'll meet you back here in just a second when we get it all done. I'm just going to mix it right in here with our mixture. I'm going to go get one of my tin pans that you guys know how much I love, and we'll pour it in. Now there is a topping on this. There is a topping on this casserole, but I won't worry about that until in the morning, because that's the morning of church, and I'll just bake it right before we head out. Both of the things I'm cooking tomorrow will bake right before we go out. So, but I'll bring you back when I put the topping on. All it is Ritz crackers and butter. So, I mean, how can you go wrong there, right? I mean, doesn't that just sound delicious? All right, so I'm just going to keep cutting. I'll bring you back in just a minute. All right, let's get this in the pan and we'll have it all done until in the morning when we have to add the toppings. So I've just gotten one of my lovely tin pans and I've sprayed it with butter spray. And I'm going to take my chicken, sour cream, soup mixture, and chipped beef mixture and just put it right in here. I actually like when I bake this at home, I bake it in a 9x13, but I actually like these. These are a little bit smaller in the bottom than a 9x13. And I actually like them better because I think this mixture goes out a little too thin in a 9x13, and I like it a little creamy, and so I kind of like doing it in this tin pan. All right. I mean, it's still pretty thin in this, but it's really thin in a 9x13. So there we have it. Now you could also add poppy seed to this if you would like, and call it poppy seed chicken. I don't, but you definitely could. You could cover it with many different things instead of Ritz crackers. You could do potato chips or whatever. But I'm going to cover this with tinfoil. It's going to sit in the refrigerator until morning, and then we will bake it. So, don't go anywhere because we're coming back to bake it. But remember, you're going to need to stay tuned to Tuesday's video to see what other dish I made to take to church. And I'll show you the peas. In fact, they're done right now. Let's go taste them. I haven't added the corn. I probably won't do that till morning. But here they are. Looking yummy. So let's give them a try just to see if they're done. They are so creamy. Those are delicious. They taste so fresh. They are absolutely delicious. Yay, I'm glad I did those. And I will add some corn in it tomorrow. But now, I gotta wrap this up, get it in the refrigerator. I gotta run by the grocery store to get one item I think I'm gonna need some more of for the other dish. Plus we need a TV. And so we don't need a TV. In fact, life would probably be a whole lot better without the TV. But our TV is on the blink in the den, so, or in the living room. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you back in just a little bit, which will be morning for me when we get this going. Good morning, everybody. I am actually ready. Dressed. I'm dressed for church, not ready for church. Still have makeup and hair to do. But I wanted to finish up things this morning. So I'm going to actually turn the speckled butter beans on. We're going to heat those up, and I'm just going to add some corn. Now you can add fresh corn, you can add frozen corn. I just happened to grab this out of the cabinet. It's golden and white corn mix. I think that'll be pretty with the speckled butter beans. And I'm just going to put the whole can in there. I don't remember what the weight of the package of speckled butter beans, but you know, it was about 8 inches, 10 inches tall. I should have looked, but I didn't. And so as soon as I get this going, we will put the topping on the chicken Pierre and get it in the oven. So let's walk over here to the butter beans. Now I just turned those on, so they haven't warmed up completely yet. And I'm going to add juice and all, because as those butter beans, they thicken up. And so it can actually use some of that juice. Oh, that is so pretty. And I'm actually going to fish that bacon out of there. Only because, now, if I was eating this at home, I would leave it in. But, you know, I don't want anybody to grab a piece of bacon at the potluck. Isn't that absolutely pretty? Those dark, almost purpley speckled butter beans and that pretty yellow and white corn. Now see, that's just a good old southern dish to me, side dish, and it is so good. All right, so I'm going to get the things I need for the chicken Pierre. I'll meet you back right here. All right, so here is our chicken Pierre casserole right here, and I have just a sleeve of Ritz crackers. Maybe a sleeve. All right, I open it up just so it doesn't bust, but I start crumbling them in the package. And I hold it over the casserole because there will be some spillage. And I just start shaking. And then I just kind of work my way down. And this is just the way I do it. You may do it different. I used to put it in a bag and like beat it with a rolling pin. And if you get some big chunks, that's totally fine. Don't hate on the big chunks because, you know, I enjoy getting a bite and having that in there. So good. Now, I probably won't, I'll get to show you the finished product when it comes out of the oven, but I probably won't get to show you any taste test or whatnot because we will be at church, we will be super busy, but I can already tell you how much we love this casserole. This is one of Brett's favorites, and it's so easy. I mean, how easy was that? And you could do a rotisserie chicken and not even have to boil your chicken. I mean, that's really the way to go. Get you a rotisserie and not even worry about it. Now, if by chance some of this was a little thicker than others, I just kind of take my hand and just spread it out. Okay, I have a stick of melted butter. I don't like to mix it ahead of time. I mean, it's just easier for me to put the Ritz on and then just pour melted butter over top. Like the Ritz need any more butter. I mean, aren't they referred to as a butter cracker? But when has some extra butter hurt the flavor of anything? I'm definitely a butter lover, that's for sure. And you know what is so weird? I was not raised on butter. My mama used margarine, but I have never, since I have been out on my own, and I've never used margarine. I have always used butter. I just think it tastes better. It's healthier. I just like butter. So that was salted butter too. That's all I use is salted butter. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. It'll be delicious and ready to go to church in just a little bit. I'm going to go get ready, but let me tell you something. I got up this morning and I was so frustrated. I said, oh, I did not start the dishwasher last night. And I was like, oh, this is kind of aggravated. So I opened the dishwasher and I was starting to move things around to make room for other stuff. And then I was like, wait a minute. Everything feels kind of warm and looks really clean. I did start the dishwasher and I was so happy. So now I just got to empty it so I can have it ready to put new stuff in, new dirty stuff in. All right, this is going in the oven. I'm going to get ready. I'll see you back in just a little bit when we get it out of the oven. All right, everybody, here is the finished Pierre chicken casserole. Nice and golden brown. The Ritz, you can see it bubbly up around the sides. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Now, like I said, you won't see the finished product because we're going to be taking this to church. But just trust me, it is so good and delicious. So, all right, I'm going to let you go for now. You got to try it. I know I've done this video 100 times on this channel, but let me tell you, if I do it multiple times, what could that possibly mean? It could possibly mean it is absolutely delicious and we love it. So this just happened to be what I was making and taking to church, so I thought I'd bring you along for the making of it. I also have here, in this bowl is my speckled beans and corn. Can't wait to get into those. I also have another dish I'm taking. You'll see that on tomorrow's video. And we're just going to have a great time taking stuff to church and fellowshipping with our church family. So, all right, I will see you guys next time on The Farm and Pastor's Wife. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all. So let me tell you about my day thus far. First of all, my plan originally, starting yesterday, my plan was to mow the yard today and then go do my nails and stuff on Tuesday. Well, last night, right before we went to bed, there was a huge downpour, and it lasted a good little while. So I was like, I hate mowing in the wet grass. Even if I let the dew dry off, and wait till later in the day, it may still be wet. And I was just like, okay, I'll go get my nails done today on Monday and mow on Tuesday. Well, the grass is really high and it needs to be mowed today. Anyway, so I get to the nail place and our power company has a planned outage in that area today, and so they're closed. So that means I'm going home and I'm going to mow. But first, I want to go into this shoe store. So let me take you in and let's just look around. I don't really know what I want other than the white tennis shoes. I need some flip-flops because I'm a flip-flop girl. And my favorite ones gave out a couple of years ago. And I've never replaced them. And I have some just cheap ones that are, ugh. So let's go in here and just look. I may not buy anything today, but we can look and see what they have. Well, everyone, I didn't see any shoes or the tennis shoes, but oh my goodness, I love these. I would love some Chacos, love them. And these are a winter shoe I would really enjoy having. I may send Bryant this video. But the price is a little hefty. I don't usually pay a whole lot for shoes. Maybe I should start. But these were, I think, $109. But I did love them. Now check out this t-shirt. Don't ruffle my feathers. How cute is that? So today has been a bust for me as far as the things I wanted to get done. I did drop some stuff off by the dry cleaners, and that was a good thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change clothes. I'm going to fix me a salad, and then I'm going to head outside to mow. And we'll just pick up and try again tomorrow. Hey. There comes Bryant. He's going to gas up the lawnmower for me. And I'm going to try again tomorrow on all my errands I needed to run. So anyway, I will see you guys then. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the casserole. Hope you make it because it is super delicious. And you saw how easy it is. So, and hey, listen, we had pizza last night. And I had just a little bit left over from the fellowship meal because the potluck. We had tons of food at the potluck. And I had just a scoop left. And do you know that Judah wanted that over pizza, Papa John's pizza last night? He wanted that chicken casserole. And so that says a lot right there. So thank you for joining us. Remember, check back tomorrow. There's another recipe tomorrow. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.